Hi guys, so today I'm basically gonna show you how I bullet journal. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how I do weekly pages, monthly pages, a gratitude tracker, a mood tracker, and more. And the main reason why I like to use the bullet journal is because it keeps me organized and productive throughout the school year. I usually forget about doing homework sometimes, and the bullet journal is just a perfect way to keep me notified and just keep me organized throughout the school year. But also the bullet journal is just the perfect way to be creative, and I really like to add my artistic touch to my bullet journal, as you can see from that page I just showed you. So the supplies I'm going to use are a Pilot Juice pen in red and also a black sepia pen. And sepia pens are really unknown in the stationery world, but the sepia pens are really good pens that I personally like to use in my bullet journal. They're my main black pen. And also in the spirit of Graphic Stock's Creator to Creator initiative, here's what I made with my Graphic Stock subscription. And if you don't know what Graphic Stock is this website where you can get thousands of images, and basically you can use it in your bullet journal, you can get inspired by it, and that is what I'm using today. So we're going to start off by doing a weekly page, and weekly pages are the essential backbone of every bullet journal because they're really useful for being organized throughout the week. And I like to start off by doing a header. This time I decided to do a summer header because it is summer, it is June, so I decided to do that, and then I'm going to go on by doing the days of the week. And because I'm a really artistic person, I really like to do little doodles, and I think doodles are the perfect way to express your creativity when you're doing a bullet journal. And yeah, so I'm just doing a little bit of some doodles that I like, some space doodles, some vine doodles, and yeah. And then I like to do my days of the week, and they're really simple. I just do them in cursive in a red pen. And I start out my weekly pages by writing all the days of the week, and then I pair it with the dates. So I don't usually see people do this, but I usually start out by doing like a Monday and then June 11th or something like that, something around those lines. And then I go in with more decorations, and I basically just put some lines, some circles, a little star, and that's basically it for all my decorations on my weekly page. But yeah, that is my basic construction of a weekly page. I think it really works well for me personally because I think it's really decorative but also really simple at the same time, so I can be really productive. And yeah, that is my basic construction of a weekly page. But for example, I'm just going to show you how I fill out my weekly pages. It's really simple. I just put out a task that I need to do, like just get Starbucks with friends or something like that. And yeah, that is basically how I fill out my weekly pages. And I also really like to do monthly pages. This is like a little monthly tracker so I can know when I have important events coming up. And as you can see, I'm just doing a little cursive header for June. Then I'm going to go in with the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'm going to go in with numbering all the days of June. And then there's more decorations to come. I really like my bullet journal to be really decorative. I think I said this before, but yeah, for some reason, I just like it to be decorated. And as you can see, I added a little bit of a heart doodle, some cloud doodles, and some vine doodles. And also once in a while, I really like to add quotes, and it can be as simple as just a 2-word quote like keep going, or it can be really long one by Malcolm X or something like that. So quotes really help me throughout the week just to get me through the week and just to motivate me to keep going, and just yeah. So I really like to add quotes in my bullet journal. And I also really like to put additions into my weekly pages, so this time I decided to put a grateful tracker, and what that means is basically every day you write something down that you're grateful for. Like on Monday I was grateful for my friends, on Tuesday I'm grateful for my dad or something like that, you know what I mean? So by the end of the week you should have a whole list of stuff that you're grateful for, and I think it's just this really cute tracker of just, you know, saying what you're grateful for. And most of the times I don't have a grateful tracker. I usually like to put a music column or a show column or even my mood tracker on here. But this time I got a grateful tracker, which is a really cute addition into this weekly page. So after a lot of trial and error, I thought I would add a cute little mason jar doodle, and I found this mason jar doodle on Graphic Stock and I thought it was just so cute, so I decided to add it to my weekly page. And all I really did was just cut it out and paste it into my bullet journal, and I thought it looked really cute. And basically, if I have any extra space on my bullet journal, I usually like to put decorations on there. So this time I just decided to print out a few mason jar doodles from graphicstock.com, and then yeah, I thought it looked just really nice. I added extra doodles, I drew some vine doodles, some moon doodles, and basically that was it. And if you thought this was super cute and super easy to do, click the link down below in the description box and get a free 7-day trial of Graphicstock. And this will give you access to unlimited downloads of 350,000 graphics, photos, vectors, and more. So if you create something special with Graphicstock, share it with #creator2creator. But besides that, I also filled out some things I wanted to do on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For my weekly pages, I usually do them on the weekend or on Monday. So in the beginning of the week, I like to plan my whole week beforehand, just to get me prepared. So that is basically how I like to do my weekly pages. It's super simple yet decorative, and I think it works for me super well. Now let's get into my calendar system. So my calendar system is basically just a regular calendar of the month of June, and then I just fill it out with upcoming events. So I decided to start off by doing a little quote, and it's basically just enjoy life. And I think that's the perfect motto of the month of June, especially because it's the start of summer, and it's just a perfect thing to go by throughout the whole month. And my calendar system is really simple. It's just a regular square box as you've seen in many calendars before. And I know a lot of people like linear calendars because it gives them more room to add events, but personally I just want my monthly calendar to give me a glance of upcoming events, so this tiny square box works for me. So for example, if I have something important coming up, I circle that day and then I write a little description about what's gonna happen. So if I have to post a video on a specific day, I circle that day and then I write video at the bottom. And because my monthly page just looked super simple, I thought I would add a little decoration on there, and this is a little mountain doodle that I found on Graphicstock, so I thought it was just super cute and just super unique to the page. So after I do weekly pages, I go on to do monthly pages. And for every month, I have this very heavily decorative page, and as you can see, this one is for June. I basically like to do these very extravagant, very decorative pages to separate the months in between. So February, I'll have a decorative page to separate January and February. March, I'll have a heavily decorative page, and so on and so on. So I was aiming to do blue this whole month, but for some reason I decided to do red for my weekly pages. But yeah, so I started out by doing blue on my monthly page, and I'm basically doing some little plant doodles and also cute little terrariums, and yeah. And the purpose for this page, you might think, is like so stupid. Why would you just waste time to decorate a page? But for me, it really helps me with my mental state. It's just a way for me to relax once in a while. So I spend maybe 20 to 30 minutes just decorating a page, and I'm really happy about it. And I just separate myself from the rest of the world, and I just decorate for once in a while. And even though I did waste like 20 to 30 minutes doing this, for me it's kind of worth it. And I don't know if you can kind of logically reason why I do this, but yeah, I think it's a way for me to express my creativity, but it's also a way for me to relax once in a while. And also once in a while I do an expense tracker, and expense trackers are basically just keeping track of how much you spend each month. And I saw this idea from a Tumblr user, and I thought it was just this really useful way of just keeping track of how much you spend. So my expense tracker works like this. I have the item on the left, the price on the right, the date, and then the reason why I bought it. So an example would be, I bought a denim hat, I would put that as the item. The price would be maybe $10. The date I bought it, June 10th. The reason why is because I wanted a hat for vacation. So by the end of everything, I have a decorated page on the left, an expense tracker on the right, and a little monthly page on the top. But yeah, that is basically how I bullet journal for the month of June. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, leave a comment down below on what you want to see next, and I'll see you next week. Bye!